Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, traders. 13th of July, almost half of the month, Tuesday. Let's see what we can look at today and what the market may provide for us. So, I'll just have a quick glance of yesterday's price action. As mentioned in the morning, this was an area that I expected price to react from. So, I said that maybe we can look for potential shorts coming into this area and then look for the reaction from that area. And we had a good long opportunity and then a great short opportunity in there, and then there was another long opportunity in here as well. So yesterday was a very good day for long, shorts, and again longs, just trading the ranges. So absolutely a very good day. Now let's mark out yesterday's now, which is now yesterday's high. So we just mark this previous day high. Just have that over there. And then we have now a new previous day low, which is over there. This area has now been tested, so I'm just going to use this arrow line just to say that we have mitigated. We've been there, we've tested it, and we could potentially see price going up higher now. So now we're still in this range. We actually didn't break yesterday's high and low, so you can see there was yesterday's high. Didn't break it, still in yesterday's, it was still in Friday's high and low, trading within that range. We just narrowed it down and became a bit smaller. So a big push down, reaction over here, and then still price started pushing up. Reaction over there, we started consolidating, slowing down, and we started pushing up again into this area, which is probably an order block or something, because we broke this structure. But initially there were no follow through, meaning that price reacted from this area, but it didn't break the previous low. So it was a weak reaction and the price came back. And now it seems like we have a stronger reaction around Frankfurt Open, which is now in 2 minutes time. Ideally we would like to trade after London Open, which is in another hour, so we'll see how price reacts. Let's look at the 50-minute, our Asian session high and low. Also, just right off the bat, this is all very nice trend line liquidity, so very good for us. The price will often try to reach for these areas, so that's good. And then we have this area on the lower time frame, on the 50-minute, which for me I think is a very clear zone where price can tap into before looking to go higher. So this is definitely a scenario that I will be paying attention to. But let's just first look and see our Asian high and low. So our Asian session low is over here. So this is the low, the lowest point. We have this is the low, and then we have, so let's just mark it out like this, the Asian low, and then our Asian high, which is then obviously just this high, the Asian high. Price has been trending all through, and then we had price trending like this. So this is a good setup. When Asian session is trending, we look for the retracements from 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. We look for retracement to pull back into a order block, and this is a very clear order block. We have liquidity here as well, so you can just, okay, I'm just going to put this like this, and we have imbalance here as well in this area. So for me, this is a good setup for longs, potentially in this area. You can obviously refine it even further and look for 5 minutes. Let's look at the 5 minutes. No, I don't think I'll refine it even further. I'll look at this area. I'll have my entry. In this case, it wouldn't be a super tight stop loss, but nonetheless, 5 pips and then targeting the Asian highs. This could be a decent 6R trade. That's the one if you do a risk entry. Alternatively, when price reaches this area, when price reaches in this area, and we see a reaction, we maybe see a stop out, and we see a break of structure, and then we see a smaller return to order block, and then a continuation up. Then you can potentially scale down your stop loss a few pips, so you maybe get away with a 3 pip stop loss if you use that new structure as the low instead of this old low. So then you wait for new structure to form, wait for the bullish momentum, wait for the bullish order flow, and then we take our trade from there. So currently I am anticipating or looking for longs around this area. I doubt that price will push right through it. It's possible, but I'm not in favor of it. I'm more in tune for price to reach possibly into this area. Now, that being said, price doesn't need to. We already went below the Asian lows and we are reacting from something in here. So we don't need to go all the way down. So if we don't go all the way down, if we start to push up now, and we start on the 1 minute, make new structure like this, new structure. We break structure, we retest order blocks, we break structure, we retest order blocks on the 1 minute. Then I'm looking to jump in on any one of these areas on the 1 minute if price does not go any lower. If we don't go any lower. So keep that in mind, and that's just a Tuesday tip for Tuesdays. Might be something in there. So that is for me EU. In a nutshell, let's just look at the 1 hour quickly again, and then hoping for Tuesday to break the highs and potentially go for last week's weekly high as well that we have over there, last week's weekly high. So this is the scenario, this is the setup that I'm looking at. And again, if price, the reason why I don't think price will break down to these areas anymore right now is just because we reacted off of this area and we had a strong impulse and a push towards the upside. Even though we did not yet break the structure, there was still some reaction and a lot of orders in this area. So possibly price can just come back down, collect orders again, and then move up higher. And then we see price then start to create this trend line, possibly, which will then act as liquidity. And then later on, maybe Thursday, price can come break, sweep that liquidity, and then come and give us a reaction in this area and something like this later this week. So currently just trying to read the profile, currently trying to read just where we might be heading, and this is then what I've come up with so far. So, but as I said, I will adjust. I'm not set in stone with my analysis. If things don't work out, then I readjust and see what is working out. For instance, if we start to correctively move up, just correctively move up like this, then I will start looking at this order block for sales. Why? Because now we've created trend line liquidity here, and I can see again we are reacting, we're making lower lows, then possibly this could be an area where we react from for sales. And then again in this area I would look for price to reach in, maybe make a double top, sweep that double top, break structure, make a pullback, and then take the trade towards the downside. So it's all about reading the ifs, buts, and maybes. So reading price and just reacting to what is being shown. So initially I have an idea, but if that idea does not play out, I move on and readjust and see what else will then play out. Hope that makes sense. Okay, let's have a look at GU. Okay, here we have GU. I just want to point out this area, this imbalance area that I've marked out in this order block that's over there. I just took it right through because I know it's possible that we can potentially reach into this area and expect a reaction in that area sometime during this week because we are quite getting closer to it. So we have yesterday's, the previous day's high, and then we have also now the previous day's low. Let's just pull that out like this, pull this out. We didn't reach into Friday's high, so we created a new previous day's high, which is then over there, and we just take it right through. So obviously why I do previous day's highs, lows is there's liquidity below and above those areas, and price is often magnetized or drawn towards those areas. Over here we had a mitigation, or price reacted off of this area, so we just put it like this, like this. So as you can see, I'm trying to show you here now is that, did I delete the previous one? We can kind of deduce the order flow. The price came back on the lower time frames, respected something here, pushed up, broke structure, came back down, respected here, came push up, not yet really breaking any structure. So that's the one point that we need to just pay attention to, that price is still building up orders. So potentially is looking for the same thing, but with GU looking for a sweep of this low and then a continuation up towards the upside. As I've mentioned countless times before, 1 hour imbalance is a sweet spot for GU. So this is the 1 hour imbalance and there's 50% of it. So that would definitely be something on my radar, something that I'm looking at on GU, an area. If we just look at the 50-minute, let's just mark quickly out our Asian high and low. So Asian low over there, Asian high obviously over there. We can also see it's a very nice trending environment. Price is moving towards the upside, and then after 6 we have this start to this move towards the downside, and now we have this low for liquidity, which has previously been swept. A lot of people went long over here. They saw this impulse, they saw the pullback, they took a long over here because we also have a breaker block, something, or just a reaction point over there. Price reacts from it and then starts to push towards the upside. So there's definitely orders below this area as well. So I do not think it's impossible for price to come, reach into this area, and then see price going up higher. This makes it a bit more difficult to know where price is going to stop. That's why when you have a situation like this, for me it's very important to then actually have that slow down, price slowing down, maybe creating a double bottom, sweep it, and then we see the structure break. This is a very important move, and this is even more important because then you're waiting and seeing for price. You create and respect that order flow, entry. As soon as price gives that pullback, you enter. As soon as price gives that pullback, you enter. If price broke structure towards the upside, if we have those structure breaks, indicating that the bulls are in control. Now we're looking for sells, for buys from this area. Otherwise, price could just be reacting and then just dropping further. You don't know where it's going to stop, and then you'll spend the whole day trying to catch a falling knife. Trust me, I've been there. I've tried it. It does not work. It ends in emotional distress. So don't do that. Yeah. So again, also longs for me on GU. Not exactly sure where. I'll want to see the reaction points around Frankfurt Open. London, which is in another hour, 41 minutes, 51 minutes, sorry. So we'll see in the next hour how price tracks, and then just after London Open we might see something good. So that is it from me today, guys. I hope it made sense and I hope you understand. Let's see how it plays out. And again, as same with EU, if we don't see this happen, I'll see if we get any indication for shorts. Perhaps we will, if we maybe break the structure towards the upside and then close below, then I see that as a sweep and I see structure shift, and then I look for possible entries to go short. So definitely a lot of opportunities in there, a lot of things that we can look at and possibly base some trades on. Hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy it. Enjoy the summer if you have summer. Enjoy the winter if you have winter like us now. But have a good one. And see you all for YouTube. See you all next week. We'll be in the chats a bit today as well. And then community, guys, see you tomorrow. Have a great one. Bye.